Okay, the newspapers. Let's have a look at the front pages now. And
Mail and Guardian.
One is the Mail and Guardian.
Yeah. So Mail and Guardian leading this morning with sugar sector reels from imports. The industry cries for protection as a flood of cheap products threatened jobs and local players. And then also Westbury gun violence escalates. Tele lays into apartheid operatives and hails Sprint King Akani Simbine, and also a movie couple behind Sabata. Those are some of their stories that they get into.
All right, Business Day, the front page here, IDC looks to bring in private investors. That's the story that they're focusing in on, saying aim is to boost funding and expand entities' role in reviving manufacturing sector. And then, of course, the photograph, the devastating footage that is coming out of Nepal. And it's just terrible. This is where search and rescue operations are underway, which at least 362 people, that's moved up to, I think, 400 and still 1,000 missing. Nepal and China warning of fresh risks of flooding. It's just frightening, that story. SARS and Treasury asked top court to overturn VAT ruling. That's another one. Talks underway with former Mosul shareholders to revive smelter. And finally, a must-win. Rassie vows box will bounce back. We'll hold you to that, Rassie.
They have to.
Got no option. You got no option. Okay.
Alrighty, on to the Daily Dispatch now. And on that front page, there's also a picture of that disaster in Nepal, and rescuers using an excavator to transport victims and survivors along the streets that have been submerged by mud after what happened with that landslide earlier in the week. And South African tourists are among those missing as the death toll rises in Nepal. And also the lead story, dealer's death blows open alleged vehicle fraud network. The death of a businessman has lifted the lid of what police believe may be a multi-million rand vehicle fraud scheme that has defrauded dozens of motorists across the Eastern Cape. And then some of the other stories. Boks need new plan to topple the All Blacks. And Ziziwa brings hope to prison inmates on page 5.
I'm going to pick up from what you were telling us in Nepal and that photograph. And this, of course, is very much the same photograph. And it was hair-raising footage I was watching on international news networks yesterday. It's rescuers use an excavator to transport a flood survivor following those fresh floods. It's an old lady in the back of this, almost like a digger. It's devastating. It really is. But she survived. She survived. So that's the good news out of it. The other big story, KZN families cling to hope after deadly Nepal floods. And there is Tertia Govender has been reported missing. There's a photograph of who is missing, a South African there. There are a few South Africans, in fact. Measles, rubella outbreaks spread as vaccination rates plunge in SA. We're addressing that topic in our next interview. And then SAB honors women freedom fighters. So that's the one with some coins, actually. Some beautiful coins. The 2 rand coin, it's got Charlotte Mateke's profile on it. Isn't that beautiful? And
yeah.
And then the women's march also.
Pity we can't blow it up.
I wish we could have. Sorry, I almost missed that. But those are beautiful coins that are doing the rounds.
All right, and Cape Argus, social workers under siege. Western Cape social development workers have fallen victim to 22 hijackings and attempted hijacking so far this financial year, as concerns mount that attacks on already stretched social workers could leave vulnerable children and families without timely help. Also, the picture there is of a Wilderness Search and Rescue hosting a cabin rescue training operation in partnership with the Table Mountain Aerial Cableway Company. And SAS Tatisi returns to sea after nearly 3-year hiatus. And Madlanga O'Sullivan sought a Pala Pala update, woman killed in separate train incidents, and of course, a Boks unfazed by scrum controversy ahead of the next test.
Right, let's take a look at the newspapers now with some music, starting with the Sowetan estate feud shame for Steve Pekana.